Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part if you will only make a start.
God is so great that we are here again to begin our day in the right direction. And that is to have 7 minutes with God as a priority act to jumpstart this day. Today, we will be delving with the topic split-second tiny stealing. Again, that is split-second tiny stealing. Have you experienced having confusion that small stealing and big stealing are way different and it does not possess the same moral turbidity? Well, let us consult God's words today to help give light to our opening predicament. At this moment, join me in seeking the written word for guidance, and this is found in Luke 16 verse 10. If you are faithful in little things, then you will be faithful in large ones. But if you are dishonest in little things, you won't be honest with greater responsibilities. Well, this biblical injunction is very timely because people today seem to consider little compromises as acceptable necessities due to what our present situation requires. Well, the truest analysis is, small as they are, negligible as they are never right after all. Well, this reminded me of a story of a young, excellent graduate of a top-performing university. Often, the impression is, when you are a product of such university, it's already a done deal. Employment is already in the box. Well, how much more that he graduated with high honors in that school? The day came that the young graduate will submit his requirements for employment, which is to the perception of many can only be a formality because before he applied, he is already accepted. Approaching the office of the boss, he handed his requirement for portfolio with his application letter with extreme confidence. He was then informed that the boss will be out for an hour. So sensing a huge time gap, he excused himself to grab some food before his encounter with the boss. Well, he found himself in the canteen. He lined for the sandwich, and after a minimal waiting period, he was able to choose the kind of sandwich he desired. After paying at the cashier, he went to a vacant table ready to devour his sandwich. However, upon sitting, he noticed he was not able to buy hot sauce, which is a good mix for the sandwich of his choice. So he hurried to get a pre-measured, pre-packed hot sauce and inserted at the loan area near the cashier. Rationalizing that he was already done with the lining earlier, and he only forget the hot sauce, the person next in line gives way, as not to have more commotions and conversations. Well, the young professional was able to sneak through, and after that, he continued eating. He went back to the office of the boss to meet his appointment. When he arrived at the waiting area, he was surprised. The secretary handed him back his papers and was categorically informed that his application was denied. Puzzled, he bragged about his credentials and told the secretary that there could have been a mix-up or a mistake. However, the secretary stood firm in the decision of the boss and said, the boss said, "You are denied." Now he asked, what could have turned the events upside down? Well, the secretary said, the boss did not say anything reasonable, but he just mentioned that if a person does not know how to fall in line, even just for a hot sauce, then there is problem with his dignity and truthfulness. Can you imagine that after 10 years of education, numerous awards to prove excellence, only a dishonest little way of getting a hot sauce can derail his planned career? Well, that is the reality today, dear friends. It's the little unnoticeable dishonest deeds that will have the greatest effect in our lives. Oftentimes, in our most unguarded moments, we commit errors that will remarkably change the course of our lives. This is the very reason that it is the small mistakes, the little dishonesties that are most dangerous, because we assume that their size and magnitude may not be noticeable enough, but the havoc it can create surpasses the greater wrong deeds. For what is a great mistake today started as a little error in the past. That is the anatomy of all mistakes that are already massive today. At this moment, we will internalize these lessons as we will listen to a song entitled, "His Way is Perfect." Yes, if we will always pray and let God dominate our lives, we will become better Christians in great and little ways.
When my way seems dark and drear and the future I don't know, my heart feels so empty as the tears unending flow. When my heart breaks with sorrow,
Yes, God's ways are perfect and He wants us to reflect Him so that we will not be tempted to do big and small mistakes. If God is in our hearts, we will never harbor little things that may grow big and become mammoth mistakes of the future. Friends, this is the 7 Minutes with God today, and let us not forget that little mistakes and dishonesties are more negligible but may affect us big time in our lifetime. God bless everyone.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring.
Wake up! Wake up!